In this tutorial, we'll take a look at how to link data within your standalone data tables within your platform. For example, in this case, we wish to display the name of each product that's been ordered. And then next to that, we want a column which has the customer name or customer email that ordered it. Now, these two pieces of data do not exist in the same data set. So we need to link data sets to actually achieve this combination of data. In this example, we'll require the linking of 4 data sets. So we're going to have order, we have order line, customer, and product. So we'll start off by making a new question from within Metabase. And then I'm going to use one of my raw data sets. And I'm going to start off just with my order line information. So this will show me information on all of the individual order lines. Now we want to refine the displayed column list. So we're using this little arrow icon here. You can choose the columns of this data set to be displayed in the final visual. This helps to reduce the sheer amount of data that's being displayed, particularly when you start to link data sets together, as you start to get a vast amount of columns and repeated data a lot of the time as well. We're then going to click on the Join Data icon, so we can select another data set to link to our already selected data set. And in this case, I'm going to go for product. The next step is to identify matching columns. So when joining 2 data sets, you will need to identify a column in each set which has matching data. So in this case, for example, and it's done it automatically in this case, we can link the product ID column of the order line table to the ID column of the product table. Now, those are the same bits of information in both tables, and by linking those together, it knows how to relate one set of data to the other set of data. Again, with our newly joined data set, we can choose the information that we wish to display. In this case, I might just want the product name. And then again, I'm going to join another data set. So multiple data sets can be linked together. You aren't just limited to 2. It's the same process. This time I'm going to go for my order information. Select the data I want to display for the order, and then make sure I've got a link between appropriate columns. Now, the order table is useful in this respect, as we're able to identify the link between the order line and the order in which it was part of. And this will eventually help us identify the customer, which is associated with the order itself. I'm going to join one final data set. And this is going to be our customer data set. And again, I'm going to repeat the process. You can see this time that it's not been able to actually automatically define a link between the data sets. So what I need to do is to manually pick these up. So I'm starting off with my previous results and something to link to customer. So I'm going to need customer ID from somewhere. Now, I know this customer ID is not in the order line data set, which is identifying by default. So I'm going to collapse that list, find my appropriate data set, so order ID. And then in here, I should be able to find customer ID. And then within the customer table, it's simply the ID number. And there we've formed our link between the data sets. Again, I'm going to control what information is displayed. I don't need all of my columns. In this case, I just want my email. And that's good. So that's all the data joining we need to do. The final thing I'm going to do in my example is the same I've done in previous ones, is just to cut down the results so we're only seeing results from one individual storefront. This is not a necessary step if you are wanting to see data from all of the storefronts. Then I'm just going to go ahead and click visualize. And what you can see there, because of all that joined up data, we have a single table displayed, combining data from those multiple data sets. So we have the product name, which is coming from the product table, and we're associating that with the email by going through those alternate data set. So from product, we've gone to order line. From order line, we've gone to order. And then for order, we've gone to customer.